folks, so it is now May the 2nd, 2025, and I have completed one whole day of Cole Robinson's Sugar Diet. Sugar Diet. The sound of it is, the diet is, how shall we put it? Sugar diet sounds very off-putting when you put it like that. Sugar diet. I like the sound of low-fat, high-carb better, but what can you do, right? It's the sugar diet. He named it. I'm going with it. But it doesn't mean that I'm eating, candy bars and stuff like that. It's like healthy, natural sugars. So the effects of it so far. I woke up this morning, and right now, just now waking up, it is. Get this time and date stamp out of the way real quick. That's what I like computers for, because they always give you an accurate time and date stamp no matter what, because they set themselves, They take care of the time and date themselves. You don't have to set up nothing. Time changes, they change with it. You don't have to set up nothing. But anyway, there you go. May the 2nd, 2025. $6:46 a.m. in the morning, day 2, sugar fast start. So, this morning, I can taste, this is not a ketogenic diet, mind you. And last night, I ate some more grapes. Not exactly last night, during the night. When I say last night, I'm saying probably around 6:30, 7 p.m., somewhere around there. I ate some more grapes. Not many, a few. I ate a piece of cantaloupe. Me and my wife both ate a piece of cantaloupe, and I ate several pieces of watermelon. And I did eat another tangerine. Now, that's like 3 meals. 3 meals yesterday that I had, and a few times I was snacking on grapes, just to stave off some hunger, because you when you're eating a lot of vegetables, you get hungrier easier. Now the peas and carrots really helped, and I've been watching a lot of Cole's videos. Now he recommends the straight sugar bombs, twice a day is what he said yesterday. And yeah, I agree with that. But he also has said in other videos that you can eat vegetables, that are a little starchy, so hence the peas and the carrots, have a little starch to them. He said, but if you start to see a stall, you can fall back on the sugar bombs and fruit and stuff like that. So he's not saying to cut all that stuff out or the protein. He's just saying experience the diet the way it's supposed to, the way he's got it designed, in order to move the weight off. What it's all about, losing weight, losing the weight. Alright, so after all of that fruit and vegetables, and I guess yesterday was the first time probably ever in my life, I can't think of another time, that I was straight vegetarian, yesterday for the entire day. And even though I felt like I was kind of getting hungry, I didn't feel the kind of hunger that you feel from prolonged fasting, which I have done. I have done 3-day fasts on this channel. I've got before and after videos on my channel. If you care to dig into my history, where I've lost to 80 pounds, if you dig hard enough, you'll see my skinny self within these videos. And So I know what that kind of fasting hunger feels like, and it didn't feel like that at all, which is weird. Which is very weird to me. And the reason I bring all that up, eating that much of fruit and vegetables yesterday, is I woke up this morning and as of right now, I can still taste and feel ketones on my breath. I know that ketone breath when I feel it. I've done low carb diets enough to know what a ketone breath feels like, and that's what I'm tasting right now. That kind of metallic taste that you get from ketone breath. If you followed any kind of carnivore or low carb diet, you know exactly what I mean. That is what's going on with me right now. Also, before I do my weigh-in, I'd like to discuss the hard conversation, the bowel movements. So, yesterday I had two very hard bowel movements, stiff. And it felt like and looked like stuff that really needed to come out. I mean, I expected this kind of thing, by hearing other people talk about it, but I didn't expect it so soon. And then behind that, I had another bowel movement where everything was loose. It's like it's like clogged pipes, like someone's taking a plunger and gotten rid of some really thick pipe clogging material. And it felt good afterwards. It felt good. I feel great now. Like what the heck was that all about? Like, I know this is a detoxing type of diet. And that's kind of why I'm going through it. And I already hit that scale, so I know the results already before I show you. But now is the part where I show you, and I can't wait to do that. Oh. So, yesterday I said, that there's some more things I want to discuss too. Let me get the weigh-in out of the way first, because I got to address some concerns and issues from some of my viewers out there. That they're genuinely curious and out of concern for my health and stuff. So I appreciate people who want to see me succeed and have advice to give, but I got to remind some people of a few things. First of all, when I started this, I was 337 pounds, right?
Hello. Please step on the scale.
Okay.
Your weight is 976.2 pounds.
Alright, so yesterday I was 309 pounds. So that's, 3 pounds gone? 3 pounds gone? So yeah, let me remind you of a few things here. When I started the diet at the first of the year, when I started dieting, right before the week of the first of the year, because like a few days left of 2024, I just wanted to get a solid week in. And people have short memories, so let me remind some people of some things. So here we go. I was 337 pounds. My low that I have done on video, now I've been lower than what I've showed you on video, but my low on video that I've showed you all, my audience, that you can fall back on is 303.2 pounds, which I am 3 pounds off from that right now. you're gonna have life hiccups, and when you refeed off of a fasting type of diet, because this is very low calorie and kind of follow some of the fasting that I do on other diets as well. When you refeed off of a fast, your lowest weight that you're showing on camera may jump up with food, and if you have food 2 days in a row, it may jump up even more, because you do contain a lot of water or inflammation or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter, because I just shed a whole bunch of inflammation, this or water or whatever you want to call it, because this natural food pushed it out. But someone addressed to me, that some of the other diets that I've tried, like the keto here's the thing about me. I took on keto and stuff to have fun with it, but above everything else, from the very beginning of my channel, I have always pushed fasting and intermittent fasting over all diets. You can fast and eat 1 meal a day of McDonald's. Even Cole Robinson's got videos out there where he's done that very thing. I didn't know it. I watched one the other day, but with his health coaching and stuff, he took on a McDonald's diet, and he was eating way more McDonald's than I was, and he was eating everything in one sitting, up an abundance of calories. Several different quarter pounders and Angus burgers and stuff that McDonald's used to sell back then in one setting, and he would jump the scale and lose weight doing an OMAD like that, but he was doing some MAD workout too doing that. But yeah, he was promoting intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, that type of thing. Same type of stuff I do, but I do it on a much smaller scale than he does. And I have been successful. I can pull receipts. I can make a whole video about just what I used to look like when I started and what I wound up with as a goal weight. But yeah, I haven't failed on any diets. I've had a hiccup. I might have gained some 10 pounds back, but I have not gained everything back. I feel like that is being successful, not I have failed anything. Despite how you may look at it, the intermittent fasting part works, and the only thing that's failed is when I have like an anniversary or a birthday or something like that, I may gain some weight back, but those things are going to come up throughout our lives, and sometimes we're just going to stop and celebrate them. I am. If you want to sit around and wait and point a finger of I got you, for those moments, go ahead. It is not going to hurt my feelings one way or another, especially when I can jump back on some kind of fasting regimen or some kind of new diet trend, that all of them revolve around fasting, even this one, even this protocol, and just point out the fact that, hey, I'm losing the weight back down. Now, some diets aid in the fasting process better than others. Hence is why people are why the carnivore diet is so popular. You get on those diets, and you lose an abundance of weight really fast, and then all of a sudden you're in Stall City. It's happened to me. It's happened to everybody on the diet. Or either you lose what you think is the all the weight that you need to lose on those low carbs, very low carbs, and zero carb diets such as the carnivore, and then you fall off that wagon, and then for some reason, and I'm not the only one that's ever said this, but I've experienced it. You get back on it a second time, and it's not as effective the second time around as it was the first time around. So, like Cole says, if something's not being effective, move on to something else. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm really digging the purple grapes. I'm missing all the food today. The spaghettis, the McDonald's, and everything like that. But like I said, also, he's not promoting this forever. He said, lose all the weight you want to lose, and then eat whatever. You can do whatever you want. Use this to fall back on. You know, I'm no fool. I'm no dummy. I'm not gonna sit here and just eat fruit and vegetables every day. And then if I start feeling like I'm lacking something, I'll throw in some protein. After a few days. But right now, scale's moving in the right direction. I want to hit that under 300 again, and this time put it on video because I am weighing in every day. Also, I told you that I was relaxed. I was being relaxed on purpose. With my eating because I knew I could gain some weight, and then after 180 days, I could show y'all a good scale weight under 300. I decided to jump back on it, because a subscriber motivated me, a few weeks back to continue my weight loss process. So when I jumped back on there and you seen the 10 pounds gain, well, not even 10 pounds because the low that as far as on camera low, was the 303 pounds. That's all you knew other than what I told you. And I wouldn't lie to you, if I hit around 296, then that's what I hit. But so yeah, I had some weight gain. I was playing around, taking a little break, because I know I can jump back on the fasting regimen and get it back down. And that 180 days was on my mind. It was on my mind bad because I wanted to compete with what Kip put out, and I'm winning that one way or another, whether I lose another pound or not. It looks like, but yeah. Don't write anything off as a failed. It's still a success. I haven't gained all the weight back, and good news is I know how to fast and lose it back down. This is just another tool in the tool belt, and it looks like it's going to be a real good one so far. I'm enjoying the results I'm getting from it, and it's only day 2, so anything could change. People change their mind. Don't hold me accountable to nothing, because you know what? You can if you want to. It's not going to matter. If I feel like I need to flop onto something else, I'm not going to care about your opinion. I'm just going to do it if I feel like it, because at the end of the day, it's all about me. And what's working for me, So, yeah. I don't care about no one's accountability except for my own, my own actions. I'm responsible for that. But right now I'm enjoying this diet, and I think it's working out pretty good, so I'm going to continue on. And I'm just going to release this as day 2, part 1, or day 2 weigh-in. And then add more videos throughout the rest of the day. Damn. Things are going good so far. That's all I got for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.